Okay, I am so excited to bring on Breia Loft to train us tonight. She is killing it, and I can't wait for you guys to hear from her.
Okay, full disclosure, I thought it was 8:30, so I ran up here out of breath and got on Zoom. So that just proves anybody can do it. So anyway, it's not going to be very long, but I really want you to listen to what I'm saying. From experience, this is huge. So if you don't take away anything, this is your takeaway for tonight. You have to translate what you're hearing in training, what you're learning on Room at the Top, what you're doing to improve your leadership skills. You have to take that content and apply it. And not just like, oh, wow, that was the best thing ever. I think that would be great for my business. And then life gets in the way and you never apply. That isn't going to help. I have done that for years. I have notebooks in this drawer. If you could see, I'm not going to adjust because I'm afraid my phone will fall off. I have a big drawer in my office desk that has probably 15 to 20 full journal type notebooks from events. So if you haven't seen me at an event this last year, it's because my life was a dumpster fire. But before this last year, I did not miss a Zine Fling, a Zine Fest, a regional a regional training. I even came to a training 3 days after I had hip replacement surgery on a scooter. Seriously. So I have trainings up to here that I have been at, and I have been impressed and motivated and all the things. And then I get home and I might try a couple of things, and then work gets in the way, kids, whatever, and nothing ever happens. But why are we surprised? Why are we surprised that when we don't apply consistently, deliberately, strategically, the things we learn in training from people that are up here in our business, they're training on it because they've done it and they know it works. Why are we surprised? Why are we like, why am I still a gold manager? Why am I not become a manager yet? You're never going to get to the point you want to be, that God has called you to be in this business, helping other people, if you don't take what you learn and apply it. That really, I could just mic drop and we could all go home and Melissa could declare Ephesians, But I'm going to give you 5 ways to do this, okay? 5 ways to take what you've learned and apply it, or how it will help you do this. It will move you towards action, okay? It's in the acronym of FAITH, because that's the only reason why I have the momentum I have now, and the fire in my belly is from God. I'm a God girl. I've always been a God girl, but I am giving him 100% of the glory because I can't do this by myself. So the first F in faith, you have got to find your why. And I know that is cliche, and we've talked about it before. Your why should make you cry. Your why should be deep. Let me tell you what your why is going to have to do. Your why is going to have to get you up at 4 a.m. when you really don't even have to be at work or be anywhere, to work on Singular before your day gets going and before life gets in the way. That's what your why needs to do. Yeah, it can make you cry, but when you don't feel like it, and like Rhonda Smith has COVID, what is making her do follow-ups while she can't hardly get out of bed? It's her why. Your why has to be inside of you. It can't be someone else's. You can't be like, well, I just want to help people. That's great. And if that gets you out of bed at 4 a.m. and keeps you up till 1 a.m. doing the daily activities that you have to do to move up in this business, then that's deep enough. But for me, I had to get it down to just where no matter what, I think of that and it motivates me to action. That's what your why has to do. If you don't know how to find your why, or you're confused, and your why can change, it can evolve, and it can, move around. So you don't, just because you established a why 2 years ago, that doesn't mean that's my why, way different from the year I've had. I have had so many life lessons this year that my why has changed dramatically. And I think that's why I'm more motivated to get to literally, I like to sleep, girls. Guys, if there's a guy on here, I love to sleep. I deliver babies. I picked the wrong profession. You do not sleep when you're on call very much, but I love to sleep. But I am sacrificing sleep, not to the detriment of my health, but I'm sacrificing sleep. I'm getting up and I'm staying up so that I can take what I'm learning and apply it. That's the first thing. You've got to find your why, what gets you up, what keeps you going when you don't want to do it, and when it's hard, and when your points aren't reflecting your effort, and when someone returns their kit, and when a team member doesn't want to be on your team anymore and just decides they don't want to do it, or this person needs it and that you cannot motivate them enough because it has to come within you. That's what your why has to do. Second thing, double A, you have to adjust your attitude. Your attitude, first of all, has to be an attitude of gratitude. You can't be thankful for what you already have and the gifts that you've already been given. He's not going to let you foster and develop any other gifts. You have to be very grateful for what you already have inside of you. I don't have to be Melissa Adams. There's only one Melissa Adams. I don't have to be her to do this business and to be an executive and be an ambassador. I just need to be the best version of me, right? That's it. No one wants you to be someone different. Now, what you can do is take a good hard look at yourself, which I have done recently, and Kendra can tell you because she's the number one girl. You have to see where you are lacking and what is preventing you and your team from moving upward. Okay, so that means you have to have some hard conversations with yourself. Guess what I told myself? You are not the leader that you would want. Doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It does, but it doesn't. Okay, to a point. Sometimes you can't pour out of an empty bucket. I get that, but you cannot do this by yourself. You have to have a team. So you have to figure out how to get those leadership skills, how to give your team members, and they're all different. You can't just put them in a big lump. What do they need from you to have the confidence, to have the motivation, to come with you, to be coachable? Sometimes they're not coachable because they don't trust you. I mean, you have to have these conversations with yourself. Now, some of you guys are natural leaders. My job, I get paid a lot of money for. I'm a leader. It's a different field. So I can do that in my sleep. This is a little different. It takes a little more effort for me. And I'm kind of a like independent. I'm sort of independent. So I want a team, but I had to learn how to be part of a team and then lead my team. And I'm getting better, Kendra. Am I getting better? Okay. So you have to have some hard conversations with yourself. Are you afraid to talk to people? You got to get over that. Do you have to be an extrovert? No, you don't have to be Melissa Adams or me. I'm not shy at all. You don't have to be me. You just have to be you, but a little elevated, okay? A little evolved. Taking the trainings and applying. I listened to a Room at the Top in the car today. It was Freddie Elias and Cora Hoffman. And Freddie was talking about Rudy Ruvak and Freddie's rule too. If you're within 3 feet, if you're out doing your life and you're within 3 feet of somebody, you need to have a conversation with that person. Now you got to read the room. There's some people you can just tell they don't want to talk to anybody, and that's okay. but you have to look up. Sorry, that was me saying it was time for Zoom, but in fact, I would have been late. You have to look up from everything that you're concentrating on so that you can interact. You have to get up in the morning or evening, whatever your biorhythm is, and whatever makes you feel confident. For me, I mean, this is coming from Pilates, but I used to wear like this kind of stuff all the time because I was tired and I didn't feel like doing anything. But I've made it a point. Do I look perfect every time I go out? No. Did I get the gift of makeup application? No. But I make sure I have on something that I feel confident in, whether that's jeans and a cute shirt, or it could be leggings and a top, but just making sure that when you go out and do your life, when you go to the FedEx store, and when you go to the post office today, when I went to the post office today, I had on something that looked nice. We were getting our passports renewed because I am determined. I'm earning Founders Club this month. Have one unique account. I don't care. I'm earning it. Went to the post office to get our passports renewed, and have a meeting with the post office worker that helped us get our passports to talk about this business, because we were within 3 feet. I mean, that is something you're going to have to get better at, but you just have to look at what you're lacking. You just have to have an honest conversation with yourself, because the first thing is admitting it, right? Admitting I need to get better at this. And I mean, I have a list. That's a whole nother training. I could do an hour on what I need to get better at. That is just concentrate on one thing at a time, the things that produce income. So talking to people, that's going to help you with your numbers. Leading your team, you can't do it by yourself. That's going to help you with your numbers. So improving in those areas. Sponsorship, learn how to go to the trainings and listen to the trainings on these people that are sponsoring 50 people a month. What are they doing? And then don't just write it down. Go and do it. Get up early and do it. Stay up late and do it. Whatever you have to do. Ignite your fire. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do this well, just kind of being like, boom, ba-da-dum, ba-dum. I mean, it depends on what you want, because it is okay if all you want is to get your products paid for. It is okay. It's okay if you would just be content paying your mortgage, paying for a new set of tires, paying for your $1,500 brakes and rotors on your Volvo last week with singular money. Thank you, Jesus. But wherever you do have the goals to be, you have to ignite that fire. And it can't be like burning hot and then it's out, and then burning hot and then it's out. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I couldn't figure out I would get fired up, but then I couldn't figure out how to stay that way. I did the only thing I know that I hadn't done. I prayed about it. I said, Lord, keep my fire lit. I know this is what He wants for me and my family. I know this is what He wants for my team, but I need His help keeping that fire ignited. But see, Melissa can't keep my fire lit. Looking at my family, that really can't keep my fire lit. It has to be inside of you. So you have to figure out what keeps your burning fire desire to help people to do this business and to do whatever it takes to get to the goal that you want. You have to figure that out. If you can't figure that out, it's just going to be like this. Your effort and your desire. You have to get out of bed in the morning and want it with everything in you. I think it's the only way. I just think it's the only way. You have to stay motivated. And what I call motivated is fire lit, charging on all cylinders, all or nothing. Now that's okay if you don't have the goals I have, because it takes all levels, all efforts, all abilities, and all desires. Okay. But I'm talking about, you have the goals that I do, that you want to be an ambassador, that you want to be an executive, that you want to go to Founders Club, have to have that that drive. You just do. So that's ignite. That's I. T, we talked a little bit about this. You cannot, now Dawn Abbott, I use her as an example all the time. She may be on here, she may not. She's one of Melissa's adopted ex-brand partners that's not really on our team, but she really is on our team. Dawn Abbott got to gold manager 100% by herself, which means she had inception volume of 10,000 points 2 months in a row. Okay. Still don't know how that girl did that, but it is not typical and honestly way too hard to get anywhere by yourself. You have to have a team, which means you have to sponsor, which means you have to talk about brand affiliate and what the benefits are and the commission and the trips. And then you have to find out within that person, that team member, you have to foster them and find out what motivates them. Now, yes, motivation comes from inside, but what's their business love language? Do they like to travel? Then you talk about Founders Club and you do all the things. You have to build a team. Can't do it by yourself. Yes, you have to do personal sponsoring that doesn't have, so Kendra is on my front line. I have to do personal sponsoring and activities that does not include Kendra, or my business won't grow either. But I have to help Kendra with her business, or my business doesn't grow. And I really want it for her as much as I do for me. She works hard. I really, really do. So you have to be able to sponsor people so that you have the potential to have a team. You have to learn how to lead a team and learn how to lead your team. It may not look like someone else's team, but you have to figure out what works for your team and then do whatever it takes to help them. And it may not be your front line. You may have to go down to your second, third, fourth, because somebody else has lost the fire that's above them. You may need to reach down. If somebody wants to run, you grab their hand and you run with them like they're on your front line, even if they aren't. Melissa does it all the time. So that is team. And H, I'm going to be honest, I was working on this before thinking it was at 8:30. So H got nothing. I'm going to say have fun. How about that? Because this community, these friendships, this teamwork that we have, even like I've mentioned, Dawn, she's to, I don't even know if she's to the side of our team or not, but collaborate with other people because it does need to be fun. The events are fun. I think doing live events in my town are fun. So if you're not having fun, I think restructuring the way you do your events, restructuring like what kind of things you're doing to build your business, because it really is okay for it not to feel like work. I had a blast at my bakery drop-in event I had not that long ago here in Memphis. I am pumped about my a little bit outside of Memphis event I have Thursday night. It's at this cute little restaurant. Like one guy owns this restaurant. It's adorable in downtown Arlington. And like the people that work there are great. People that I've invited are great. I'm super excited. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I have another event in Nashville. I think that's going to be fun. Like if you're not having fun, flip that script and figure out how you can have fun while doing these things, because you really can. And that also will fuel that fire. If you're just like, oh, this is horrible, restructure what you're doing. Do things differently. Make it fun. Louisville is going to be a blast. Can I just tell you, I haven't had a good road trip in so long, and we're road tripping it. I'm bringing my new ex-brand partner, Edna, who is my work wife. And then Kendra's going to be in our room, and we're hoping that Kendra's new ex-brand partner, Mitra, is going to be able to come. I cannot wait. So just to recap, find your why for F, adjust your attitude, believe you can do it. You have to be positive. You walk into a room with confidence and positivity, and you will attract your tribe that's supposed to be with you on this journey. I ignite your fire and keep it lit. What's your kerosene? Find out. What is your kerosene? What is your lighter fluid? What is your kindling? Like the fire references. Anyway, find out what those are. Make sure you use them. Team. Be the leader you're supposed to be. Sponsor. Make being on your team attractive. That's where the fun comes in. But make sure you are positive, so somebody wants to be on your team. You know, you can't be like, oh, you don't want to be on team fairs, do you? And be like that. Be like, oh my goodness, girl, we have so much fun. You've got to come to this event. It's going to be a blast. We learn a lot, but we have so much fun. And just having that positive energy and complimenting people and talking to people. And then H, I said was have fun. I really do think that's important. I did just make that up, full disclosure, but I do think that is important. But it all goes together. FAITH. You have got to have faith in yourself, faith in your God, faith in our company, or God really first, faith in God first, faith in yourself, faith in your team, and faith in this company. You believe, they will believe. If you are excited, they will be excited. And I'm talking about your future team that you're attracting, your current team, your upline. Did you know that you can get your upline excited? That it's kind of like they're the parent and you're the kid. If you can actually be contagious upward too, with positivity and negativity. Let me say that again. Positive and negative vibe is contagious. What do you want to put off? I am protecting my positivity. I have not always been positive, and it is not easy when things are not easy, right? But it's very important. If you need to take a step back for a second from a negative situation at work or at home, and just what I do is, I'm not kidding. This is exactly what I do. I just take a step back and I shut my eyes and I take a big deep breath and I just say, okay, Lord, I need you. I'm feeling like I'm getting negative. I need for you to keep me positive. And he does it. Funny how when you ask for things, he grants those desires of your heart. That's all I've got. It's our time. It is our time. X Team Adventure has been working hard for long enough. It's time for us, every one of us, to be on that stage with different ranks, with cash, with trips, at the Founders Club lunch. And just picture yourself at an event. Let's just take Zing Fling that happens in April every year, with a team of your own. What would that be like? What if you could fill up 4 hotel rooms with your personal team? Do you know how awesome that would be? It's our time. This is an amazing team with an amazing leader. It is time for us to take what we learned and what we've learned from Melissa and what we've learned from other trainings and what we've learned from everything else and go to work. Go to work. I don't know about you. I'm going up. I'm tired of being where I am. I'm going up. This is our destiny. I know I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are here on a Monday night training when you could be doing something else, and you probably need to be doing something else, right? But you have your priorities right. So you're going to take everything you've learned from the way before all the way up until now, and you're going to apply it. Action. Period. What are you going to sacrifice? What are you willing to sacrifice for your business? I'm telling you, I would never have thought that I would sacrifice like a solid 2 hours of sleep in the morning for this business, but I have over and over. And you know how I know I have been consistent? I was telling Melissa today that I woke up this morning at 3:50 without an alarm. That's how I know that consistently I've been setting my alarm for 4 and getting up. Now, is everybody going to do that or be able to do that? No. And I'm not saying you don't want your business bad enough if you don't do that. But I'm a busy person, very, very busy. I have a job and a half. I have a son still at home. I have grandkids. I'm in a doctorate program. My full-time job is a director of midwifery services. I'm in meetings all the time. I'm active in my church. I don't have time in the regular person day that I can do this job do this singular business more than what I already was. So that's what I have to do. If I want this over here, I have to be willing to do this over here. You don't get this without this, right? It just doesn't happen. This doesn't just fall in your lap. You have to sacrifice. So what is it that you're going to sacrifice? Are you going to not watch Sister Wives? Are you going, I'm just using that as an example. It's a stupid show, but are you going to maybe say no to a couple of invites somewhere when you really know you haven't done your follow-ups and you really need to go and do your follow-ups? Yeah, you're going to have to figure out. And if you did not watch the Super Saturday, I want you to go and watch it. It was fantastic. I was working on a paper for school while I was listening to it, but I would stop my paper and write notes. It was fantastic. Melissa, of course, was wonderful. I want you, if you don't think you have time, I want you to go listen to Tara Kelly and how she does her time blocking. Mind blown. Doesn't work for everybody, but you can take some bits and pieces of that and find some carved out time. Figure out what you're going to sacrifice. Figure out what you want. And your action has to match what your goals are. But we're in this together, y'all. Let's cheer each other on. Let's be there for each other when we're not feeling it. Little messages of encouragement for people. Offer to do, if you live even halfway close to somebody, do an event together. It's more fun. You get more people there. Strength in numbers. Rhonda and I are doing a duplication thing. He has her sister is a nurse practitioner, and she's going to be rolling out her products within that office. So we've worked together on all this print material and all the display type things together, because I'm going to take that and completely copy it. I mean, it's going to have my information on it. It's not going to have Rhonda's information, but it was way more fun and way better. Two brains put together, coming up with that stuff. That's what you can do. It doesn't have to be your upline. Rhonda and I we're only related to each other because Melissa's our mom. But other than that, we're not. I don't get any money off of Rhonda. Rhonda doesn't give me any money off of me, but it keeps each other motivated. Find your accountability partner that isn't your upline. And that's all I had. That's it.
That was so good.
Hey.
And I'm going to tell you too, like, her becoming a product of the product and losing all that weight has put a whole new level of confidence in her. So she has motivated me. And I'm just going to say, I'm on day 6. I have not cheated one time, 6 whole days. I'm so proud of me. I can't even stand it. So, but it's just, it just puts a whole new perspective on it, you know? So thank you, Breia, for training. Anybody else?
I want to say something weight loss real quick. It is really a lot better when you can look in the mirror and you actually see yourself, because for a long time I would look at myself and be like, where am I? Like, that's not me. So it does, not only do I feel I'm able to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I have the energy. There's no way I could have done that a year ago. No way. No way. So taking care of yourself is a big part of that. I did not put that in this training, but I will say everybody's coming out of the woodwork because they're like, what are you doing? You're, first of all, you look great, but they are saying your energy is like super young energy. And I'm not super young, not anymore. So be a product of the product too, but that wasn't part of my, that doesn't match with faith. So
Well, it was really good. And y'all, it's not like she's just talking about this. She's got 18 links out for Advanced plus XR2. Like, it's insane what is going on with her with her. And Kendra signed up in Advance with XR2 today. I mean, they're not just selling like one product. They're selling go big or go home stuff. I just, it's mind blowing. It's because of the excitement. It's because they're telling them this is what you get. And it's just, it's amazing. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. You know, they say it's 3 months out. I don't even know what's going to happen 3 months from now. 3 months from now, it's going to be crazy.
Because I'm walking the stage in at Zine Fling as an executive. That's what's going to be happening in 3 months.
That's exactly what's going to happen. I believe it with everything in me. So, and I believe that every single one of you can do the same thing. Let's just go. Let's go and let's do this thing. I'm excited. Anybody else got anything? All right. Well, I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over this team. God can do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask. Because we honor him, his blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. We are in the right place at the right time. And I declare a boldness to rise up in each one of you. God will open supernatural doors. People will seek us out and we will rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and glory. Love you guys. Thanks, Breia.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.